There are a few things that would invalidate your obligatory prayers. Number 1, eating and drinking something during prayer will invalidate the prayer, whether it was done intentional or by mistake. However, if a person swallows the food that remained between his teeth, the prayer is still in order. 2, if any of the required conditions of prayer have been compromised, it will invalidate your prayer. For example, a person realizes their clothes are najis, or a person's intention changes in order to show off to people, the prayer will be invalidated. 3, doing anything that breaks wudu will make your prayer invalid, whether intentional or by accident, such as falling asleep, passing wind, etc. Or anything that requires ghusl will make your prayer invalid, such as touching a dead body, discharge of semen, and a woman's period. 4, if a person intentionally laughs out aloud, it will invalidate the prayer. 5, turning away from the Qibla without any legitimate excuse will invalidate the prayer. 6, based on obligatory precaution, intentionally crying loudly or silently over a worldly matter will invalidate the prayer. However, if one cries out of fear of Allah, the prayer is still in order, and this is actually one of the best acts of a believer. In fact, if one cries in asking for certain needs in worldly matters in humility to Allah, the prayer is still in order. 7, if a person says Ameen after Surah Al-Fatiha, it will invalidate the prayer. If he said it out of mistake, it is still valid. The word Ameen is not an actual part of the prayer, and adding anything to the prayer that is not permissible will invalidate the prayer. 8, placing hands on top of each other will invalidate the prayer. However, if it was done forgetful, or you were scratching your hand, the prayer is still in order. The Shia school of thought pray with their hands by their sides, as there are many hadiths supporting this. As for the Sunni school of thought, there is a difference of opinion as to how to place your hands. 9, doing something that breaks the form of the prayer, such as clapping or jumping, etc., whether it was intentional or forgetful, will invalidate the prayer. 10, if a person leaves out or adds the rukn of the prayer, either intentional or forgetful, the prayer is invalid. We spoke about rukn in other lessons. 11, if you have doubts about the number of rak'ahs performed in a 2 or 3 rak'ah prayer, or even during the first 2 rak'ahs of a 4 rak'ah prayer, the prayer will be invalid. You can refer to our videos on doubts for more details. 12, if you intentionally talk and the word has a meaning, the prayer will be invalidated, even if it has only one letter, like the word qi, which in Arabic means keep safe. And if you intentionally talk and the word has no meaning, but has 2 or more letters in the word, then based on obligatory precaution, this also invalidates the prayers. If a person unintentionally says a word, even if it has a meaning, the prayer is still in order. However, based on obligatory precaution, you must perform 2 Sajdahs of Sahw after the prayer, which has already been discussed in our other lessons. If a person coughs or burps, the prayer is still in order. If someone says Salam to you while you are praying, you must reply to the person in the same way without adding anything. For example, if someone says Salamu alaikum, you cannot reply Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh while praying. You reply the same way they said it, Salamu alaikum. Also, one must immediately reply to the Salam, irrespective of whether he is performing prayers or not. If a person does not reply to the Salam, they would have committed a sin, but the prayer is still valid.